Chapter 58 Ahilya Devi's Pragmatic Approach. That was the time when almost all the Maratha chiefs had battalions of European pattern. To become more powerful than the others, they took the help of British officers. Even Maharji Scindia had secured the services of De Boyne and organized his battalion on the European pattern. That was one of the best trained troops. Like Scindia, Ahilya Devi also ordered Tukoji Rao to build up a well trained army. To organize the Holkar army in a European fashion, Ahilya Devi appointed Dunder Meek, a French officer, and asked him to train the soldiers. Unfortunately, with that army, Holkar stood against Scindia in Lakheri. The entire operation was led by Tukoji Rao's sons, Malhar Rao II, Kashi Rao, and Yashwant Rao. De Boyne was extremely clever and he defeated Holkar's army badly. That was a severe blow for Ahilya Devi. There was a major difference between the administration of other Sardars and Ahilya Devi. All of the others had granted British officers complete privileges and unrestricted access to their kingdom's government. But Ahilya Devi was unlike any other self centered person. She never really liked the Britishers. She was well aware of their ill will and so decided to appoint a non British commanding officer. In 1793, she appointed J.P. Boyd, an American colonel, to organize and mold the Holkar troops on the Western model. He had agreed to work on certain conditions. Colonel Boyd had signed an agreement with Ahilya Devi. According to the agreement, Colonel Boyd would serve as a chief officer. His job would be to train the Holkar army in the Western model at Pune. The uniforms, shoulder flags, and belts would be provided by Holkars. Gunpowder, cannonballs, and all the other artillery related materials would be supplied by the state. Within a month, he, along with the trained army, should report to Maheshwar. After reaching Maheshwar, the troops would pay a guard of honor to Ahilya Devi and the oath ceremony would be performed. J.P. Boyd was a paid employee of Holkar's and Ahilya Devi never gave him any rights in administration policies. After he completed his tasks, he was stationed at Indore, from where he wrote to Ahilya Devi that he would serve the state honestly and would remain loyal to her. Though Ahilya Devi was essentially a peace-loving personality, she did her best to maintain the reputation of the House of Holkar.